talking about this. Simon, do you love me more than these? The tackle, the oar, the boat, all of that. Simon, do you love me more than that? Or he could be talking to the men. Remember, because Peter said, they may abandon you, but I never will. And some scholars think he was talking to them. Simon, do you love me more than these? Oh yes, Lord, you know I love you. Feed my sheep. Simon, do you love me? Oh Lord, you know I love you. Feed my sheep. Simon, 3 times. How many times did Peter deny him? 3 times. And so 3 times. Listen, is that so significant? Every detail. Listen, Jesus knows every detail that's going on, and He loves you and wants to deliver you from every single detail. But for Him to do that, we have to, and I'm backing up to what I said, forgive me where I fell deep. Listen, every little detail, you've got to come before Him. So for 3 times, He denied Him. 3 times, He calls Him by name and says, "Do you love me?" He's trying to get through to him. I'm still nuts about you, Peter, and I forgive you. There's one translation that says, and Jesus turned and looked on Peter. It was a look not of condemnation, it was a look of forgiveness and love. That's how He is. That's the heart of Jesus. We have to know the heart of Jesus. And so for 3 times, and then the last time, do you love me? Yes, Lord, you know I love you. Then shepherd my sheep. There's a difference in just feeding and now all of a sudden shepherding. And you read, like turn 2 pages and start reading, and you're going to see probably one of the greatest figures in the history of the kingdom of Christ in the church. Peter. Shepherding. He became a shepherd of the church. That was unbelievable. Believable. I'm trying to get unbelievable out of my vocabulary. The shepherd, this shepherd that came face to face out of these nets and stuff would literally change the world. 2 more things we're done. Verse 25. I'm jumping way over there. And Jesus did many other things as well. If every one of them were written down, I suppose that even the whole world would not have room for the books that would be written. Wow. I read that statement and I go, God, that's the truth. I mean, everything that Jesus ever did were written down. All of the books in the world couldn't hold them. And then there's this penetrating thing that comes and goes, how many pages are mine? What do I have, a sentence? Well, Jesus did this in Bobby and through Bobby. That's not enough. Paragraph? Not enough. I want to live with my net on the side. I want to live my life jumping in on the side where Jesus, I go, whatever you want to do in me and through me, I am your man. God, have your way with me. Pour yourself out on me. Use me any possible way imaginable. I am yours. God, may books be written to make you famous because of me. That's how I want to live. And then when you flip the pages and find the next volumes and it comes to the church part, and this is all the people. Oh, the churches. C-A-B-C, C-C-A, C-H-A, Charlotte Road. Okay, let's see how many pages. Listen, well, I got to be a part of a church the same way that goes, God, we are yours. This body belongs to you. Wear us out, God. Expend every ounce of energy, drain every resource, everything we have to do to reach people with the love of Jesus through this place. That's what I'm at. Anything less than that, I will go. I mean, we used to drive. We've been driving for years, like an hour to go to church. Okay, let me pause. That's a shame, first of all. I won't get into that. Anyway, there needs to be a place right here that people can go, wow, look what God's doing there. Those people, they walk through life and waiters throwing nets in the goofiest, strangest places, but it's amazing. You got to see what God's doing through them. You got to see what God's doing at that church. Is that what we're going to be? That's what I'm for. I mean, we really do. We have a choice. There's a decision to be made. It's like, okay, are we going to keep... And I've got to be really careful, because I'm not bashing Charlotte Road or the path. I'm not, okay? I'm the guest speaker here. You know, but it's like, are we just going to continue to do what we've done? I'm going to just really step out there. I'm in the water now. It's getting in my way. It's filling up in there. You know, okay, I'm so thankful for, I'm thankful for the history, for the 50 years, for all of it. But listen, help me here. Are you okay with how it's worked? I mean, really? I mean, if there's awesome, listen, there's not a church, I guarantee there's not a church in Cheatham, Davidson, whatever counties it takes, there is not a church that loves like you. I promise that. I know. We've been to churches all of our life. I've been in the ministry for 30 years. Either a youth pastor, worship leader, pastor, or itinerant evangelist. We've been in thousands of places, and there's not one that loves like this. But there's more than that. It's okay. I mean, the way you love each other here. But God's going, there's another place I want you to throw your net. Let's believe. Let's jump in. Let's throw our nets into dangerous faith. Let's stop pretending. Stop making excuses. Stop praying silly, meaningless prayers. Let's hope. Let's believe. Let's look for the miraculous, the unexplainable, the uncomfortable. Now, back over in verse 11. They get the net to the shore, and as fishermen do, I think this is funny, but that it's in there. They start counting the fish. And they have 153 fish. Isn't that a funny thing? It's funny to me. Like, you got all of this story, and there's like 153 fish. And so, I'm going to chase this for 5 minutes. See, we come up with 153 reasons not to pray. We've come up with 153 reasons not to believe, 153 excuses, 153 reasons to doubt, and I'm done with that. So my challenge is, take that little piece of net you got. You can keep it in your Bible, you can take it to your mirror in your car, you can hang it on the fridge. I don't know where, but every day, when you see that, you go, I'm throwing my net. I'm throwing my life. I'm throwing it on the other side. I'm not fishing there anymore. This is where I'm fishing now. And I'm asking for 153 things. Let me give you some ideas, okay? You got to come up with your own. Let's ask God for 153 answered prayers. Let's ask Him for 153 miracles. Let's ask God to show Himself in 153 different ways and start living for it. Let's memorize 153 verses of His promises. Seriously, I mean, we got to have that in us to draw from, to fish from that place. The promise, ask and it shall be given. I mean, all of those promises. We've gotten 153 reasons to doubt it. Let's ask for 153 new people at Charlotte Road. Preferably 153 tithers. If I remember right from the screen, the median income was $60,000. I think that's right. Is that right? It's around $60,000, the median income in this congregation. Okay, a tithe on that is $6,000 times 153 is $918,000 added to the budget. Wow! Now that'll catch some fish. Let's ask God for 153 days of radically changing your life, my life. Let me make this personal. After this one, because you're going to think, oh gosh, this is generic. Ask God in 153 days to save your marriage. He may want to give you 153 things to do or say to your spouse. Ask for 153 days of pouring himself out on you. Terry and I were talking earlier this morning. This is silly and personal, but Garrison's got a little tournament in Alabama during spring break. And it's cost, getting there, we need to go stay in the motel, miss work, and blah, blah, blah. But it's really important. And so I'm going, all right, Terry, here we go. I'm praying, and I don't want to say too much. But we wrote this thing out, the things that it's going to take. We go, pray for this, for this, for this, for this. With the number 153 for this, and 153 for this, and 153 for this, and I'm going, I'm asking. Ask not, you have not because you ask not. Dang it, I'm asking. Okay. Songwriters, ask for 153 songs or ideas. 153 changes in my heart to make me more Christ-like. Make a list of 153 things to be thankful for. Write down 153 prayer requests. Start praying every day like crazy and start writing out the answers. In faith, believing, hoping, expecting, and watch God deliver 153 answers. Businessmen, 153 new contacts. I mean, you fill in the blanks at that. You get where I'm going. I mean, it's there. I'm believing. Listen, I'm standing on this. I am sick and tired of lollygagging over here. Okay, it's coming up in. I'm done with it. I'm done with that. I'm throwing it on this side. Starting today. I mean, I have been, but for visual sake. I mean, I've been throwing this net a